I'd like to talk today about how is it for me as a man to surrender to a woman. How it has been in my experience to be able through the sexual encounter, the sexual energy, an encounter of sexual energy, how it is to surrender, especially to a woman body. It is, first of all, it is extremely rare actually. It is definitely not easy to find the right context for that. One thing is that as a man, I am often the one who is holding space. I'm the one who have to hold the space in the bigger frame. Meaning within the play there is a game in which the polarity may shift and I go more in my feminine, I go more in my masculine, and the partner go in the opposite game and so on. Though most of the time if I'm with a woman, even if I go into the more feminine and apparently she's holding the space and I am going into the move, there is there is always a bit of me which is still holding the space in a bigger frame. Like she's holding space right now for me, but still I am holding space in a bigger frame where like I'm taking care that she's fine and she's holding the space right somehow. It is not exactly how it is. It's not from a judgment and a critical mind space, but this is how it happened. I'm not really letting go. I have been also learning how to surrender with a man when you're with a brother and you trust him, he can hold the space and I can go, but somehow it feels like a masculine surrender, which is a very complex topic if I have to develop now. But this is the idea of this surrender is not going into my softness only. There is another game, another point in this. Though I'd like to speak about this context where I got the chance to be held by a woman, which is a feminine woman, but used her inner masculine to hold space for me, while I was able to go into my feminine part, just dive into it, feeling really safe, held, but in an empowering way. So it's not like she was controlling me and she's creating that experience at all, and she's been very clear in the words and in her energy about that. That actually she was already empowering me and she was just here to hold the space, to be there. It was definitely felt as done in service. My God, such a beautiful gift a woman can give to a man. Being in service in that way is really rare and so precious. So what does it is or what does it look like? So as I said, it's about sexual energy because it's polarized, but it doesn't have to be as a sexual physical encounter. It's about the polarity game. And it is that I have been held in a way where I was invited to relax, just relax. I was in presence of the light feminine, just there, very much there. Soft, but firm in the same time. And I still can remember this voice telling me, soften, soften a bit more, and so on. And every time I would hear this word, soften, it's like a body which is on the daytime, most of the time, made of many tensions. Not only, but there is many tensions in the body. And every time I was hearing the word soften, I would relax one layer. Soften. Till until my tongue would be just soft, totally relaxed. Any single muscle in my body being totally relaxed, letting go of any tension, more, letting go of any resistance, allowing the outer world to interact with me in any way it wants, not trying to shape it anymore, not tensing or being ready in case of, no, just totally letting go. When the body reaches a state when there is literally no one more tension all over, Oh, you could feel, I could feel how everything was moving inside me, how my chest suddenly getting very warm, hot, burning, warm chest, a burning heart, and so exquisite feeling, like eating the most delicious ice cream, and I am the ice cream, and I am the one eating it. It's just, oh, just the most delicious feeling ever. Where being held in such a way is not that the other one hold me and then I just simply fall in love with the other one. No, the beauty is not there. This is one aspect of it. The beauty is the real gold. The real gold is that I fell in love with myself. Because as I was held by someone else, my inner masculine or my outer masculine, whatever you want to see in this context, my masculine part is still there. Is still there, just watching that everything is going right. Everything is unfolding perfectly. But he relaxes, he's not putting a fence. Because there is someone else which is really taking care, my masculine doesn't need to put any fence. There is a safe space where I trust my boundaries are gonna be respected. Nothing gonna be crossed. Every now and then she would ask, what do you need? Or what do you want? In the most soft and in-service way, which was making me feel like, wow, it's going so beautiful. I'm so much taken care, but not taken care only like a mother is taking care. I was taken care like with a certain firmness, a certain structure, so I can go in my feminine. I was not going into my little boy. If I am with a woman and I'm kind of surrendering with a woman which is motherly, it's a kind of surrendering like this, you want to cuddle, you want to hold, and you feel like a little boy as a man, remembering your mom. In that case, it was not a mom energy, it was so much more beautiful. It was a divine energy, the divine father telling me, go back to your softness. Remember, you're made of softness. And when you soften, as I said, when there is no more tension in the body, when there is no more resistance, suddenly you feel every single millimeter of yourself. And I don't mean every single millimeter of your skin. Every single millimeter square of your whole body. Being a man most of the time, and most of my life I've been in the past, that pleasure comes from the dick, the ass, and the mind, and the nipple. Those are the only really place where pleasure comes most of the time for most men. Very sadly, it is true. In this case, pleasure was everywhere. Actually, I was pleasure. I was pleasure because I was loving myself and allowing anything to be felt, anything to go through me and sent back from me. I could speak hours about this feeling because it's just the most beautiful ever feeling. And it's also the most rare. So I'd really like through this video to inspire some woman. Can you hold a space like this for a man? And no blame if you never did it here before that. And please take a time before answering, I did it already, or I'm keen to do but they don't want. Just sit with the feeling of it. I know many women that told me they want to do that or they tried or so on. The thing is that I also know many women, and some are the same as the one that wants, that felt very awkward in that space because somehow I was more feminine than them, and it kind of freaks the mind out, and it is totally understandable and okay. It may take some practice to be able to do that, and it requires a very mature and clean masculine to be able to do that, to offer that. So it's a work, it's not something that we all have in this society, at least as an innate thing we can do. But I really encourage you to look into it, and if you feel a call to work toward it, step by step, to build up this capacity and offering this amazing gift to a man. And if you're a man and you never get or go into that surrender, I really encourage you to give it a go. As I said in the previous post about allowing to feel, this is probably the next many level in that way that, yeah, is all about feeling at the start, about allowing to feel, and next level is allowing to surrender and trust. Trust so much that you literally lose any control. There is no more control. Instead of control, there is a full experience of life. And in this context, there is a full experience of ecstasy. When you literally melt within yourself. When you don't really know anymore if you are feeling pleasure or if you are the pleasure moving through the body, when everything is mixed up and messed up, it may feel very messy to the mind, so it's better to leave it aside for that part of the game because it will not get it. And bring the mind in when you just felt it so deeply that the mind can say, okay, that was worth it, thank you. So yeah, here it is for this little sharing. I hope it inspired some of you and encourage any one of you to play with polarities. Regardless of your gender, be in the feminine, be in the masculine, change it, play ups and down, making it messy, making it beautiful, making it intense, making it alive. Wish you lots of pleasure.